What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be driving to a town that I've never been to before, never even heard of before, called Deckers, because I was scrolling on Google Maps and I found a highway called Highway 67, and it looked like it had some twisties on it, so we're going to go check that out. We're in the M3 right now. We just recently hit 104,000 miles on the M3, which is pretty crazy, but it's been running like an absolute dream. I just put the car in map 1 with the JB4, which I haven't really driven all that much on map 1, but map 1 is an additional 40 horsepower and 40 pound-foot of torque. So we'll see if there's a noticeable difference. The car definitely sounds louder in map 1 than it did in map 4 or map 0 with just like the can flap open. And I don't know if that's a huge change or whatever, but so far so good. Car hasn't warmed up yet, so we haven't even done a poll or anything like that. But it is a pretty nice day here in Denver, Colorado. We are gonna head to Sedalia first because that's where Highway 67 starts. And it looks like Highway 67 actually goes all the way to a town called Cripple Creek. And I was doing some research on the highway and the town. Can you guys hear how loud the M3 is in the now, even with just the stock exhaust, but with the tune? I was doing some research on the town, and apparently it has the highest non-suspension bridge in Colorado on that highway, and it's 250 feet tall at the highest point. I couldn't find any videos of cars driving on it, but it looks like it's a part of the highway, which is kind of crazy. We aren't going all the way to Cripple Creek because that's a 2.5 hour drive. So that would mean 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. And it's already 4 p.m., so I wouldn't be back until 9. And I want to be able to see what I'm actually looking at. Yesterday when I went for a drive, it was already nighttime. And I went, again, exploring some roads, and I went up Coal Creek Canyon, up to Netherland, and then from Netherland, went down to Boulder. Those were some fun roads, but it was dark out, so I couldn't see much, and I'm pretty sure it would have been a pretty road, too. So we've got about probably 2 hours left of sunlight. We're gonna go to Deckers, which looked like the most fun part of the road, at least, and is only an hour and a half away. And then we might either turn around or take another road that was there. I think it was like Foxtrot Road, something like that. Take that over to Conifer, and then 285 down and back. But we shall see. Don't really know. Apparently Deckers, there isn't even much to do in Deckers. I was trying to look up what there is to do in Deckers because that's like the closest town on this Highway 67. And Deckers was named after a guy whose last name was Deckers that built a general store and a saloon in Decker. And that was pretty much all that there was to say about Decker. And that it was at 6,800 feet of elevation. How difficult it can be to get the perfect camera setup, and how your gear can't be a crutch for what's really important, which is the skills you have, which kind of comes down to how willing you are to actually pick up the camera and talk to it. In my mind, I was setting some goals, and I think the best process goal for building a brand in today's world is to increase the amount of minutes talking that are posted with your face. And maybe that sounds a whole lot more complicated than it really is, but it's like the more face time you spend with a person, or the more eye contact you have with the person, the more trust you're gonna have within that person. And it doesn't matter what cameras you have to do that. That's something I've been struggling with the past like 3 or 4 days is because I can't get my outside of the car camera set up the way I want it to be, which requires more microphones and more cameras and improving the quality there, which is going to happen. But to not do anything because of that is the wrong answer, which is why I'm picking up the camera right now, because I haven't posted a YouTube video, a long form YouTube video, in a month and a half, and it's because I've given myself this mental excuse of trying to figure out how to get the camera set up just right for the videos. But it's not about the camera setup. It's about the effort you're willing to put into making this happen and just getting your phone out. That's all there is to it. To add on to that, I've been so frustrated lately with my editing process and making it all happen and making it look clean and coordinated on social media. And first of all, I want to say thank you for all the support I've been getting on my social media videos that I have been posting lately. A lot of thought has actually gone into kind of curating those, but still, you can get a very similar result, and you can't let your gear be the crutch for you, or your editing process be the crutch for you getting videos out. Like, I just had a 49-minute long Insta360 video that I was trying to edit and get posted up for YouTube and synced up with the interior GoPro camera, this, that, and the third, to make it really stick out. And it just wasn't coming together. But if I just pick up my phone, record, slap the clips together, upload it to YouTube, you know, we're getting something done. Okay, so we made it to Highway 67, and so far it is just a really big, open, sweeping road. But I can tell as we are getting close to the mountains here, it's not going to be such an open road anymore. I'm really curious to see how it is. It is 27 miles to Decker, apparently, and I'm not sure if that was from the stoplight for Highway 67 or from what point. And then it said 37 miles away there was West Creek. So I'm not sure, but we're gonna F around and find out. But for now, it is a beautiful day. Still got to keep in mind that it is 37 degrees outside. So tires aren't going to have the best amount of traction. But whenever I'm going out to explore a new road like this, I'm not really trying to drive fast. To be honest, I'm not really ever trying to drive that fast, ever. But we're going to take it especially easy, cruising around today on this beautiful February, mind you, day. Well, first impressions, this road is freaking awesome. You can see behind me and up there too, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's pretty thin. The only thing that's on this side of these roads is a few driveways. It doesn't look like there is too much traffic up here either. But we've got the F80 sheriff right there. Hopefully he doesn't mind what I'm doing. That's super interesting. We've got the F80 right here. I'm gonna probably get in my car now. Well, in a turn of events, turns out Highway 67 is actually more of a gravel road, which at least it's smooth, than it is a actual like driver's road. So that's kind of awkward, but this could like still a great time. I got 9 miles of this apparently. Damn! Are you kidding me? Look at that house. Yeah, guys, what do you think? Should we host a cruise? Should I host a cruise on this road? Is this the spot? So up until that point, this road was fantastic. I'm thinking I might be in the wrong spot. There's a fork in the road where you can choose to go up this way, or Pine Creek Road, which looked a little bit paved at least. And even maps told me to take Pine Creek Road, but this part of the road looked extra twisty, so I wanted to take this. So we're just gonna see what happens. Look at this place. The Dome Crib? Be so for real. That's sick. Look, we got more forks in the road here. Easy to get confused. Look at this place. Yeah, you're gonna lose traction really quick on this type of surface, which you definitely wouldn't want to have traction control off for, or do any sort of holes or anything like that. But I guess we're exploring. This is what the F80 was meant for. Am I right? This is exactly what the F80 was meant for. Kind of crazy, but let's enjoy some of it, I guess. This would be an insane paved road. If someone wants to pave this thing, insane. Look at the twisty signs, like, ooh, come on. If only someone was willing to pave this. There's only one man brave enough to take their F80 to drive it. We got some campsites up here. Okay, well, update you guys soon. Ooh. Oh my gosh, wait, it's beautiful up here. Guys, cracked spot? Question mark? Goated spot? Okay, let's pull over right here and evaluate our life. I've got to say the F80 does just look so good. It's a timeless design. It's just absolutely classic. I love looking at this car. But we are up in the mountains. I don't think I have any service whatsoever. So, you know, this is what's going on. We're up here. I think I've got at least 8 more miles of the road being like this. I feel like this is pretty freaking insane. I'm driving the F80 here right now. Do you guys see that? Up there? Look how gorgeous that is. And we're just on these dirt roads right now, which honestly have been so smooth. There hasn't been a single pothole. I'm telling you, there hasn't been a single freaking pothole. Okay, maybe it's a little bumpy, but considering Denver roads, this thing's pretty freaking smooth. But who else is doing this? It's been about 20 minutes since my last update, and we are still on these gravel roads. The sun's starting to go down. I haven't seen another car in like 20 minutes, but I have seen like signs of civilization at least, right? Like we got sticks everywhere, signs. And like I said, the road is pretty smooth, but I'm not too sure how I feel about driving this home in the dark. But we'll see what happens. Guys, we found pavement. We made it to pavement. Not too long after that last update that I just filmed, we just made it to pavement. So that is a huge sign of progress. And we are gonna cruise this out, see what happens. But now we're talking, because before that road was pretty sketchy. But now this is lovely. Lovely. Downshift, downshift. Look at all these rocks built up. Woo. This is sick. What is this? This is an awesome road. Now, holy cow, guys. 15 miles. Downshift. Be so for real. Can you guys see that rock up there? The top of the mountain, this turn. Downshift. Get around. It's dusty. What is that? They got like their whole own little resort. That's crazy. Okay. That's all, folks. This might be our town, actually. This might be our town. I think so. Platte River Road. Okay. Look at that. Beauty. Okay, we're gonna try going that way. We're gonna try going. This might just be one of the most beautiful roads I have ever driven. We've got the Platte River right here, I'm pretty sure. Can you guys see how gorgeous this is? My hand's in the way. My hand's still in the way. Do you guys see how pretty this is? Bridge work, expect delays. All the water. Your car. Go drive your car. Okay, there's some potholes here. Is this the spot to flick up really quick? Hey guys, I'm not too sure where we are, but we're gonna hop back in the car because it is starting to get really freaking cold and it is gonna get dark soon. And we should try and make it wherever we're going before it gets dark. So, let's go. Driving over a freaking bridge under construction right now. Water's right there. Equipment and everything right there. What in the world did I get myself into? There was a stoplight up here on the other side too, because it was one lane. Now we're back to 2 lanes. But this road is beautiful. Are you kidding? There's a little bit of a pain to get here, but my oh my. I think it might have been worth it. All right, guys. Well, we made it to Deckers. And turns out nothing's open, and it kind of looks fake. Everything here is closed, which is, I guess, kind of makes sense for the middle of nowhere old mountain town. It's more so for visitors, I guess, but I mean, I guess there is stock in there. Oh, it says they closed at 5 p.m. So they didn't close that long ago. Okay. But this place looks fake. I double parked the F80 because nobody is here. We've got one person passing by right now. But I mean, look at this place. What in the world? I kind of thought I'd be able to go get something to drink in there, but I guess not. And I don't really know where we're going from this point. So we're gonna hop back in the car and head towards 285. So we are back on the road, and we might have a kind of interesting drive back. We've got 25 miles on whatever road we're on right now, which is absolutely gorgeous still. But I kind of remember at one point coming to this road for a hike. And if I remember right, it did turn into gravel at some point. But in the meantime, look at this. Are you out of your mind? Lone Rock Campground, that's where we're at. Woo-hoo-hoo! It is a good day to be alive. Thank you, God. Look at these rocks. This is awesome. The road just opened up to a 2-lane now with a 50-mile-per-hour speed limit, which is crazy. Just look how gorgeous this road is. And some of these homes, we just passed Cheeseman Canyon Trailhead. Oh, hopefully you guys can hear me still. It is just, it's so beautiful out. This is such a beautiful road. I'm really glad I persevered through that gravel bit right there to make it through to this. It looks like there might have been wildfires affected right here. Look at all these dead trees. That's crazy. All these burnt trees. Wow. I don't even know what road I'm on. Oh, there's a scenic overlook. That is just exceptional. Guys, I don't even know where I am, but this road right here is insane. The tint is ruining it. Look at that. We're gonna get some shots here for sure. This is gorgeous. Random side quests, go do more of them. It is absolutely gorgeous up here wherever we are, but it is freaking cold. Holy cow. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Whatever that mountain is, I love it. It's beautiful. I'm thoroughly enjoying being here, but it is freezing. I'm pretty sure it's like 25 degrees out. This might be one of the last shots I get before I run out of light, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed this drive as much as I have, this adventure, I'd say, because I didn't really know where I was going. The M3 is pretty dirty, as you guys can see. We were definitely hitting those gravel roads today, but we are at the touch-free car wash pretty close to my house back here in Lakewood. So we're gonna take the M3 through here, get it cleaned up. It actually looks pretty good. The other day I completely clay barred the car and then put on a Chemical Guys wax by hand and like buffed it by hand. It wasn't anything major, but it actually looks like it kind of protected the car pretty well. And by protected, I mean like, I don't even know what I mean, but the car looks good. You hear me? We're gonna get it through the touchless and the car's gonna look even better. Get this all cleaned up. Those brakes were working tonight. I don't know if you guys can tell that they are steaming, but the M looks a whole lot cleaner now out of the touchless. You can actually see a lot of the metallic in the paint right now, which is pretty cool. But the wheels are clean. We got new wheels to put on anyways soon, which I'm really excited to do. And the exhaust, which I actually think sounds so good stock. I don't know what you guys think, but we've got an exhaust that will be going on here soon. I thought I had paid for the touchless version, at least, that dries off your car, because she is wet, and I have no towels to dry this thing off. So we are gonna wake up to water spot galore. But anyways, guys, that's probably gonna be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. We're probably gonna try to make more videos like this even. So if you like this type of video, make sure to leave a like by clicking the like button down below and subscribing, and leave a comment of what other roads you think I should drive with my F80 M3.